Yeah, let's have a good game, bro.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at
Hey,
Mile High. Today,
hey,
Week 12 of the
hey!
NFL season is
I
upon
just
us,
took this
and we've
squad
got a
over,
good
bro.
one in
That
store,
wasn't me.
as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. The final playoff
All right,
push
no
is
doubt,
upon
bro.
us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Bush. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Now 2nd and 9. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kingsley Enagbari. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score? They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll try the right side with Bush. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Herbert now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And caught it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Bush trying the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Hubbard will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right? Yeah. It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal. And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is over.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Goff now to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Broncos at 10-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row. And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive. first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now a 2nd and 6.
76! 76! 76!
Up the middle they go. Dawson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Goff's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rush, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run up the middle with Bush. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
That's taken on the 25. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Pierce now up the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Goff. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Herbert. Uncorks one for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The final shot before break here. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's half. Free. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Up the middle they go with McAllister. 7 yards there and a first down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
A solid stiff arm. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down at 7.
Hold on. Check. What's that?
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. Goff. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll hand it off to Bush. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, LA. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Chargers are back within a score. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 and 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Goff. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Dawson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, gone. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Go tonight.
Here's Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It's the corner blitz that got him. J.C. Jackson with his sack. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
A give running left, McAllister. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the... A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Hey, kill. Hey, down.
Pierce. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll begin by running the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Herbert now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that is no good. No good. Line to the left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, good one, bro.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Screen play to McAllister. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On the give, McAllister with it, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
We're good.
Running right, here's McAllister. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Pierce will try to pick it up. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. That one goes for 8 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
We go tonight. What's that?
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football. All the
Escape the trap game. That's a trap game right there, boy. That's a trap game right there, man. Trap game. I think it was like 2 and something. What they 2 and yeah, bro. That's a trap game. He's real decent baller, bro. We couldn't get nothing going on for nothing. But we came away, we was able to secure a dub, keep us above. 2 games above the Chiefs, even though the only team we lost to is in my division. Scary stuff. Scary. Look at this playoff race right now. Is as follows. Right now, I'm the number 1 squad. The Ravens only got 1 loss. Number 1 squad hanging on. But anything can happen. Bro. We trying to get that 1 seed. That's clutch and key. Because 1 seed means we playing in Denver. And you ain't got no speed in the Blizzard game. That's the hope. No speed in the Blizzard game. But anywho, that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. 11-1, 11-1. Got the bye week next week. We come back. Oh my God. Again? Got to be more careful. Yeah. Secure that dub. Security. As always, man. I know how we do it. Appreciate it.